clear shot through the covers for 4. He's enjoying it at the moment. Timing goes for the big shot. Through the gap, airborne, not worried about that. That's 4. Shehzad
in full deliveries, drives. There we go, on the up, over cover. Isanullah. Anything that remotely resembles being in his half, he's going to have a full crack. He's a confident bloke, and again he dispatches one over cover for 4. Up in the air, in the gap, 4. He hit it really, really hard, did Isanullah. There was a moment where the fielder and the bowler might have thought there was a chance. But in the end, it was a dive in despair from the man at cover, just coming down the wicket and hit it right out the middle of the bat, trying to give it a bit of air. Sikandar Raza, but was too full, too wide, and with no fielders out there, really hard area. It proved difficult. And it doesn't help when you're not going to take half chances. It was a difficult one. It wasn't a straightforward one at all, but a perplexed stare from Sikandar Raza. That brings up 50 for Afghanistan. Shehzad trying to hit one over mid-off again, just not getting the elevation. And it was in the air for a long, long time.
Another good shot ball.
There we go, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Make it difficult. And it is a bit late. We're in the 10th over. Should have been done a lot earlier, this method of attack. And it would have made it all the more difficult early on for the Afghanistan batsmen. I just think they've started employing it too late. But the first 4 overs, 5 overs, there wasn't enough of this stuff. And that had to be in the circle. Bit of width. And he's found the gap. Wasn't in control of that shot. Isanullah. It was more a healthy leading edge than anything else. But he's found the gap and will get through for a brace.
Lovely tossed up delivery. Bit of extra bounce, bit of turn also. Held the edge through the gap. He's on to 38. Shehzad is betting on 19 of 27. 38 of 36. Hits it hard this time around.
He asked me about the pitches. Bulawayo pitch is more subcontinent-like, very good for batting. Nice even carry, even bounce. Very, very flat indeed. There's an even healthier edge. And this one's gone fine, and it'll go to the boundary for 4. Not a very good effort, you'd have to say. Brian Vittori it is, trying to put in a dive at the end to make the save. It was a bit tentative though, didn't really commit to trying to dive and haul it back, and in the end made a little bit of a mess of it.
First thing first, taking the angle away from the delivery. Look at this one, just playing it deliberately, is opening the face of the bat, and then we needed a bit more commitment there on the boundary ropes. Maybe he can think about the prospect of having slip in position. Look at this one, not there. And again, that's a beautiful delivery from Sikandar Raza.
Just when I say there's no demons in the pitch, he's played and missed 2 that have gone arrow straight, playing for a little bit of turn. Given air this time. You can't bowl there. It's not a great delivery. He knows it. And applause from everybody around the ground, including the captain, Ashkar Stanek. It's been a good hand from Isanullah. 51 of just 47 deliveries. End of the 13th, 73 for none. Exciting times. That's up in the air now. Is this the opportunity? It is. Wallace underneath it, drops it, puts it down, and goes for 4. Wow. You wouldn't have expected that. He created the chance. Did Graham Creamer. And, well, we'll have to say he's made a meal of that, Malcolm Waller. Really has. Didn't look set, didn't look confident, and in the end, spills it.
Yeah, lovely tossed up delivery. Just mistiming it, hitting it in the air, was in the air for a long, long time. Shehzad given up, but overrunning and then running back and not not holding it properly. So dropped chance that might further. Goes big and makes a great connection. It's out of here. 6. Massive strike. 14 overs gone, 85 for no wicket.
Some lovely shots coming from his blade. It's Sanullah took his time early on, but just see the strike rate, brilliant, 103.80. Whenever the opportunity was there, never afraid to take the little route, clearing the boundaries with a lot of ease. Made use of the first 10 overs, the first power play. Some thick outside edges, but some glorious shots as well. And a very good half century by the young man.
One who could make those differences that are required in this game. The fast bowlers haven't been able to create that impact. This one has been played up in the air, and this could be out. It is. Ehsanullah has been caught finally. Kremer gratified with the wicket.
Yeah, wanted the little route, but this time finding a man in the deep. And this partnership, that 90-run partnership finally ending. Solomon was the catcher at long bob, going for the big shot. Not able to get the elevation that was required. Right delivery. Intent was very clear, but finding the man in the deep. That's the end of a very fine innings. Ehsanullah going back for 50.
Kremer. Flighty delivery up in the air. Fielder on red and taken. Double wicket there for Kremer. Fantastic catch. And Kremer is delighted. That was the last delivery of his over, and he struck yet again.
Yeah, once again going for the big shot. This time on the onside. Shehzad not timing it too well. Very disappointed with himself. Right in delivery. Going on the onside, not on the off as his partner did. And finding the man in the deep. Vittori the catcher, the left arm seamer, and the captain is delighted.
The smile on his face.
That's pulled away. Long chase, but in the end the ball wins the race. That's a good shot. Exactly.
Glorious shot through the covers for 4. He's enjoying it at the moment.
Again played very nicely on the onside. That's a good shot. That's going to race away. It's a quick out.
There's a few that do it and do it really well. Rashid Khan in 20 over cricket bowls those last 8 overs. He bowls 4 of them. It's up in the air. Should be out. Is another wicket for Kremer. He's on fire here today for Zimbabwe. That's a lovely shot. Shot of the day so far. Rahmat Shah has just eased for him.
1 under 6.
Well, that is what matters right now. This one up in the air, played it over the fine leg region. Will get a boundary. That's a welcome boundary for Afghanistan. And Ryan Burl has been welcomed to the... Probably realizes that once he comes to bat, he'll have to go and hit those big ones. Meanwhile, this one plays towards Jarvis, standing at the long off fence. We get a single.
Yeah, you just mentioned about Rashid Khan. Well, I think he'll have a very important role to play when he comes with the ball as well, because he's a strike bowler. Wasn't there for some time, trying his best, Ryan. Goes for the big one and does well. That's played in the gap. That's going to be a 4. Exactly what Afghanistan required. Nasser picking up the length very quickly. The 18th boundary for Afghanistan in this innings.
Keeping his eyes on the ball from very, especially it being a Friday. Following the batsman there, played uppishly, and this will go and meet the fence for a 4. Ryan had been bowling really sensibly and well. This time round he saw Nasser creating that room.
This is a world record. Yes, the stadium comes in that. Sharjah Cricket Stadium. A lot of international matches hosted, and that's hoiked on the onside. That's again a lovely strike. Oh, that's castled. Striking timber. That was a fast delivery. Nasser trying to work the ball on the onside, and that's the 4th wicket falling for Afghanistan.
Celebration a while back.
Very nicely on the onside. That's a good shot.
Started off well. The Zimbabweans got runs off every bowler. There's massive 6s coming in. Runs coming in from all directions. A good starting opening stand by Mir and Masakadza. Some reverse sweeps too. Before Dawlat Zadran got better of Solomon Mir. Then Mujib Zadran came into action. A simple catch there, a deep to get rid of Masakadza. A return catch by Navi. This was completely unexpected.
Yeah, and that's where the game changed. Brendan Teller set batsman listening back, and then some beautiful shots from Irwin, driving it through the covers and hitting it through the onside also. So few shots for that, but there comes the reverse sweep, and that was good enough to undo the batsman's presence there in the centre, and getting some top edges flying to the boundary ropes for sixes. And then a beautiful delivery. Rashid Khan once on, always on, continue to pick up wickets, giving nothing away to Zimbabwe batsmen, then bowling it googly to claim yet another wicket, and then just scooping it to the offside, which was dropped there on the boundary ropes. Davlat Jadran dropping that catch, and then a lovely bouncer. The batsman was taken by surprise, a comfortable catch there on the boundary.
Absolutely, and once that was done, it was sealed, because that was Sikandar Raza who got out. Rashid Khan came back strong, got his third over there, and though some runs coming in late by Jarvis, hitting those few fancy boundaries. This lovely straight hit, smacking it till this catch came through. It was called in as a not out, because umpires felt it touched the ground, but not before this. And Rahmat Shah got one wicket. That was the second last wicket before Rashid Khan came and cleaned it up, and that was the end of the Zimbabwean innings, with Afghanistan claiming the first ODI.
Yeah, comprehensive victory for Afghanistan, winning with a whopping margin there in the first one-day internationals. Their record continuing to be impressive. Afghanistan winning 5 at the Bulawayo ground against Zimbabwe's 4, 3 against 2 at Harare and Sharjah International ground.